Hi everyone, it's Al Turcaso again for clip 2, Desire, Determination, Resourcefulness and Application. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, and I want you to stick around. This may be a 1-minute video, maybe a 1-hour video, and as freezing as it is out here, I don't plan on being here that long. Not to mention the fact that it's dark. So just hang in there. Now you might be thinking, I've seen these videos from you, Albert, hundreds of times, and you know what? You say a lot, you do a lot, but you don't change my life. And you might be thinking that. Well, you know what? Today is a different day. First of all, let me explain a couple things to you. I made a statement on Facebook through my smartphone, and I said that I was going to do a video this weekend. Now this video this weekend is December the 15th, 2013 that I'm doing this. I said I was going to do a video and hopefully upload it by December the 15th. Now I'll be honest with you, if this video does get up there before December the 15th, it will be a small miracle. Now it's important for you to understand some things. First of all, I have a lot of reasons why this is a huge challenge. And I could tell you exactly those reasons, but that's not going to change your life. The only thing that I can tell you with regards to the fact that this is a small miracle is I will tell you that my vehicle has broken down about 4 times in the last 3 days. So that's one reason why I shouldn't be able to be where I'm at. Okay, that's one. I am having pain from a couple of injuries. That's 2. And the third one is, it's freezing cold. The fourth one is, I don't know how well this video camera is going to do in the freezing cold. But other than that, the biggest one is, I don't have internet access at this time where I can just upload this video. So why are all those things personally related to you? It's not your video. You don't have the broken down vehicle, but yet you can learn something from this that is invaluable. The title of this video is Desire, Determination, Resourcefulness and Application. Now, I have utilized each and every one of those components in this video. It took all of those acting together and my actions to get this video to you. Now you might say, well, that's all well and good, but still haven't taught me anything. That's right. But here's what I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm gonna show you a book. A book that I want you to listen to through MP3, or I want you to listen to it as an audio book, or I want you to read it as an ebook, or frankly, I want you to read it as a PDF, or even read it as a plain brick and mortar style old-fashioned book. This is a very vitally important book. It's old. It's incredibly old. But here it is. Now the video may not show it very well. Let me try to make it better for you. Hopefully you can see it. I can see it on the video, so you should be fine. But just in case, it is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Now this is the book you need to read. Many other books I will tell you, but this one has what they call the secret in it. Now I think I finally deciphered what the secret is. And I will tell you, I've said it on the video, and one of the key words that you will find throughout this book is actually in the title of this video. But I am not going to tell you what I believe it is. And the reason for that is they want you to figure it out, discover it for yourself. And I believe that is a valuable lesson. But instead of freezing forever, let me tell you some other things. I don't know if I will ever have a software screen capturing software for my computer to do instructional videos like a lot of internet marketers and teachers and instructors do. That is something I will work on getting. But let me tell you who Albert Turcaso really is. Albert Turcaso really is an internet marketer. But Albert Turcaso, what I really am, is a talk show host. That is my specialty. That is my profession. So I want to give you these pieces of information. I want to work on changing your life and revolutionizing your life so that you will be financially, physically, and in every way healthy. I want to bring that information to you. But I can't promise that you will ever see an instructional video in the traditional way that you can find on YouTube or other places. So you're just going to have to hear my voice. You're going to have to take the actions. Now, here's what I want you to understand. There is every reason on earth this video should not have been made. Some of you will look at it aesthetically and you will agree with me. Yeah, it shouldn't have been made. It's terrible. That's not what I'm getting at. The aesthetics, the video, the way I look in it, the coolness, you can come up with reasons why I shouldn't have made it. But what I want to focus on is, the fact is, there's no reason why I should have been able to make it with the way my vehicle's been, my medical situation right now. I'm a little bit in pain, but hey, I'm all right. And the financial issues and other things like that. Now look, I'm not here to tell you about my finances today. I'm not even here to tell you about the obstacles. I want you to listen very carefully what I am here to tell you about. I want you to understand that if I can make this video, you can read that book, Think and Grow Rich. You can read the book, How to Make Friends and Make Friends and Influence People. I believe that's what it's called. And that one is by Dale Carnegie. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And then there's Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. And these are old books from the early 1900s or before that. They have precedence in today's world. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to know something outside of all of these books. I want you to know something. Your life can be better. Your financial life, your health, all of that can be better. If you're sitting at home, you're watching this video, or you're downloading it while you're in a van or whatever, in a car or a sports utility vehicle, you're watching it on a smartphone or an iPhone or some iPad or whatever it is. And you're thinking, look, I'm working 9 to 5 in a fast food restaurant. I don't have the money to go to college, and there's no prospects for me having a better life. Or maybe you're a young African American and nobody seems to be placing value on your life, and maybe you don't have hope anymore. Well, I'm here to tell you that I care about you. And more importantly, the men and women who wrote these books, who never knew you, who were not alive, who may never know you, they cared about humanity. They cared about you. And I'm even here to tell you about Dave Woods, who is in charge of one of the founders of the Empower Network. May never meet you, but he cares about you. And finally, our Creator, whether you're an atheist, an agnostic, or a Christian or a Jew, doesn't matter. Someone, something cares about you. And I personally care about you. Now, caring about you is not going to change your life. But here's what will. I want you to remember this. If I can create this video on literally many, many, many obstacles, there had to be something that overcame them. What was it? It was my desire, my resourcefulness, my determination, and finally, my unwillingness to not get it done. That's desire and determination. It had to be resourcefulness. When I realized it was too late at night to do this, I had to come up with a place where it had some sustaining light so you could at least see me, hopefully. And so I found a place that I knew would have some type of light. Yes, there are the distractions of the Christmas music in the background. Again, it's December the 15th, 2013. And I hope to have this up here later tonight, December the 15th, 2013. But it may be a couple more days just because I have to be resourceful to find a way to get an internet connection after I edit this. But this all applies to you. This video is created, not for me. I would rather be in a warm home, nurturing my sores, that I have a couple of little sores, and other things, and I would rather be drinking hot tea or hot chocolate. I don't have an ego that brought me out here. I did this to prove a point, that I had the desire, the determination, the resourcefulness to apply all of those and create this video. Now, why is that important to you? You don't maybe know me. Maybe the first video you ever see with me. It applies to you because you may be that person with no hope. You may be that person with no hope and believe that you do not have an education, that you are not smart enough, that you are not good enough. You may have been mistreated, abused. Maybe you were told you'll never amount to anything. All of those things. Or maybe you have a physical disability. Maybe you have a mental disability. And so you've basically been forgotten. Maybe you're in the high-risk group. Maybe you're an unwanted person. Well, what I'm telling you is that each and every one of you have value. Yes, there's distractions in the background. We're just going to have to live with it. But I'm here to tell you, you can achieve everything that you set out to do. If you have no college education, you want to be a doctor, you will have the way, and you will find the way. Nature will find a way for you to get the funding and the education. But there are things that you must do first. You must first decide that you want a better life. You must then say, how do I get it? That's part of resourcefulness and determination. Now, what can this video do for you? It can inspire you to keep going. I have, but I want to go back to this book for a minute and tell you a little something. Think and Grow Rich. And by the way, it's been updated back in 2014. I mean, not 2014, 2004 or 2004, it was updated. And they talk about Bill Gates and other people that became millionaires. Well, let me tell you something. This book contains stories of 500, or let me rephrase that. This book touched hundreds of millionaires of the past and present, and stories of how people with no education became what we would consider great. Like Thomas Edison had a couple of classes of school, and that was it. Henry Ford had no schooling at all. And now look at the vehicle. So the point is, you can do this. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care if you are the poorest person on earth, the most handicapped person on earth. You can do this. It has been written that you can do this. It has been proven that you can do this. But let me tell you about Napoleon Hill's son. He was born deaf. He was born with no ears. That's right. None of these, right here. Yeah, that's right. No ears. I know, because sometimes it sounds like I'm saying AIRS. I know. But no ears. Now, you read this book, Think and Grow Rich. You're going to read a story about his son and his son's successes But you're going to read something very, very inspirational. His son helped to change the lives of other people around the globe. His son, who was deaf with no ears, reached thousands, possibly millions of people. And there is something uplifting about that, but there is something I am not telling you that is going to shock you. There are stories in this book that will shock you as if your eyes will get wide. Trust me on that. So, this is your mission. First, you read, you listen, you find a way to get your hands on Think and Grow Rich. You find a way to get your hands on how to win friends and influence people. You find a way to watch Anthony Robbins on YouTube. You find a way to listen or read what I have to say, or check out my podcast, or subscribe to my videos here on YouTube and comment on them. Whatever it takes. You see, this is not a one book, then you get success kind of thing. I would love to tell you, you read this book and your life changes. It doesn't work that way. I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to take you a while. It could take you a day to become successful. It could take you a year to become successful. Heck, it may even take half your life. But if you will stay the course, which one of our former presidents used to say, but if you will stay and going forward, if you will just have that desire, have that determination, have that resourcefulness, and the never quit attitude, and you apply it, you're going to succeed. I don't care what it is you want to do. You'll do it. So what is it exactly I want you to know? I want you to know that you can do this. You can succeed. And as far as being on my team in these businesses that I'm in, if you want a leader who will guide you, who will tell you things that others will make you pay money for, if you want a leader that will give you the power that I obtain and share it with you, and not expect you to pay me $25,000 or $100,000 or whatever else it is, if you want that kind of person in your life, then join one of my businesses. Now, I'm not doing this video for that reason, but find a way to communicate with me. Now look, we all know it's getting darker and I'm fading into the sunset, except there ain't no sunset. So let me get a little bit closer. Now look, the message of this video is simple. You can achieve what you're trying to achieve, even if others are saying no. But you're gonna need mentorship. You're gonna need inspiration. You're gonna need love. And these books provide all of that. There's a love in this book. Just the fact that this book exists is a love for humanity. The fact that the other books that I've mentioned, and others still. Now, it is gonna require you to do reading, and heck, if you join our team, you're gonna have to learn how to do blogging, reading, audios, and videos. So there's gonna be work. And I'll tell you the truth, the only way you will ever succeed in whatever it is you're trying to do is you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to have desire, determination. You're gonna have to have resourcefulness for when the times are bad, and you're gonna have to apply it. But you have done these things already. You just never recognized it as such. Don't you think when you get up in the morning, when it's freezing cold and you get to work because you need that money, but you get to work? Don't you think that's determination and resourcefulness? What if your bus decides to not show up, but yet you find a way to work? What if your vehicle breaks down, but yet you find a way to work? What if your mother's sick and instead of going to help her right away, you get to work? That's desire. That's determination. That's resourcefulness, and that's application. So you see, you already have everything you need. You just have to believe. So believe me. I love you guys. I love you gals. You will succeed. Now look, it's really, really, really dark out here for video, that is. So I'm gonna get out of here. But I want you to know, I believe in you. These men and women who write these books believe in you. So when anybody turns you away, when anybody says terrible things about you, when your boss fired you, whatever it is, don't let it get you down. Just keep working. If I can create this video, you can do the impossible. I want you to believe that the impossible is possible. But better than believe, I'm gonna show you physical evidence. Well, tell you about physical evidence. When Thomas Edison wanted to do the light bulb, it took him 10,000 attempts. He failed 9,999 times. And people thought he was delusional. People thought he was insane. But there are light bulbs. When the Wright brothers said, we're gonna fly a plane, something called a plane, we're gonna fly, people wanted to put them away in a mental ward. But there are airplanes. When Bill Gates said, I'm gonna find a way for everybody in America to have a desire to have a computer and actually use it at home. And I'm gonna create the software that gets people to have the interest. When he said that, people thought he was crazy. But yet, Microsoft exists. When people said we were gonna have phones that were wireless and that could actually go anywhere on Earth, people thought that person was crazy. Guess what? They exist. What we have in reality, almost every single thing that we use on a daily basis that is part of our lives at one time was considered impossible. It was impossible. It was, at that time, impossible. It wasn't considered impossible, it was impossible at that time. Until somebody used their brain and created it. You may be a genius. You may be the next inventor. You may cure the world of AIDS. You don't know. Whatever it is, do you have in your brain, or that comes into your brain in the future, I am telling you, you will succeed. But 4 ingredients are an absolute must. There are more, but the 4 main ingredients are desire, determination, resourcefulness, and application. You have to do it. Yes, you need the education and everything else, but you need those 4 the most. So with that, look, I'm freezing, and Annette's being rather rude in the background, walking back and forth because she's bored, but freezing. But I'm bored and freezing too. She doesn't realize how important and vital this is, but that's okay. She's not perfect. But here, I say to you, you will succeed. You have to believe. Belief is also another key ingredient. But for now, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and for my Jewish friends and family, I hope you had a nice Hanukkah. For everybody else, Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas. And remember this, you're going to succeed. I know you will. Oh, by the way, remember that you and humanity really does matter.